Hey everybody, it's Chrissy Key Rollins here. I hope that this is recording. I'm going to give it just a quick moment to make sure it's caught up. I think we're good to go. Okay, so there we go. They probably recorded all of this, but it takes just a moment for it to tell me I don't need to bother you with that. I just know that we're good to go now. Okay, so it's Chrissy Key Rollins here. I hope that you're doing amazingly well. And it's been a little while. I did the last energy update on 8-8, the Lion's Gate, and here we are on 9-9, and gonna tackle it once again. So energy's been pretty intense lately. We've got some retrogrades happening, and one of the things that happens with retrogrades is that you get this opportunity to relive past similar situations that look like past situations. So you might find yourself being like, oh, this feels like high school again. Or, oh my gosh, this is just like when I was growing up. Or here we go again. That kind of idea that you think you've moved past something, but yet here it is showing up in your face and agitating you externally and internally. And the reason that this happens is to give you the opportunity to change the story, to change what you have going on inside yourself that is telling you why this external thing keeps perpetuating. And one of the things that was on my heart to share with y'all today is I was thinking this morning about when to just walk away, when to walk away. And I am, I'm on this spiritual guidance path, and I'm a big believer in feeling good and keeping things positive, a positive mindset, and staying high vibrational, right? These are all things we're kind of familiar with if you're drawn to this kind of conversation. But there is a spot in which considering yourself high vibe or seeing things as high vibe or low vibe, it begins to stifle, and you begin to plateau in your spiritual and personal growth. And one of the things that happens along those ways is when you begin to cut out things that are negative or toxic in your life, and you begin to remove negative and toxic people and situations from your life, what ends up starting to happen is that you become very clear on what things you have control over and what you don't have control over. And you don't have control over what people decide to do, how they act, how they behave, how they speak to you, how they show up in life. That's nothing that you can control. You cannot control that. But you can control if you decide to engage with them, be around them in close proximity, still continue to engage with them. That's where you exercise your control. And so often I see people looking to regain control in situation by moving themselves away physically, thinking that that gives them some illusion of control. This is what I can control, so this is what I'm going to do. I felt called to expand this just a little bit further for you and to talk about the power of stepping away and walking away, when we should do it and what the benefits are in doing that. And to give you another perspective, maybe that you could take back over into those labeled toxic relationships or the people that you've cut out of your life or have been keeping at a distance. Maybe you'll take some of this and apply that back over. Maybe you won't. Either way, I'm going to share it with you. So I was thinking about the power of walking away. I had a situation occur just this morning in which I went to do something that usually, results in a certain outcome. But this time, whenever I did it, although I've done it many countless times before, this time that outcome didn't come about. And I got a bit frustrated because that's what I was expecting to happen. You push the button and it works. And this morning I pushed the button and it didn't work. And there was nothing I can do about it. So beyond my control on if something decides to function or not function. There's only so much I can do. I can make sure it's plugged in. I can make sure that updates are run. I can make sure that I've done my part, but I cannot make something else happen. It's beyond my control. So I walked away. I walked away. I walked away from it entirely. And that could seem like, oh, you're just being irresponsible. You're just abandoning it. You're just ignoring it, neglecting it. No, I walked away. I walked away to shift my energy, to honor my energy, and to recognize what was coming forth, because a lot of worries, concerns, fears were starting to creep their way forward. Stories like, oh, well, if this doesn't happen, then that's not going to happen. If that doesn't happen, then this isn't going to happen. And what's this going to mean? How much is that going to cost? And I don't know if your mind does this, but I'm guessing that it does, because I'm guessing that if you're watching this, you're probably human. And if you're human, you probably got a brain like mine that likes to make up a lot of things that don't actually ever happen. So, what if it is okay to walk away and a good thing to walk away? But what if in that walking away, it's not to get you separated from physical proximity to this thing that's agitating you, but it instead gives you time to reflect over what it is that is rising up within you? What story is coming to your mind? What energy are you bringing to the equation? What scenario are you playing out in your mind is going to happen as a result of what you're experiencing in that moment of things not going your way? And what if it's not about getting everything right? What if it's about something more than that? What if it's about becoming aware of anywhere that your storyline in your mind, your internal dialogue, your narrative, your subconscious mind is out of alignment with the wholeness that you really believe is possible for yourself, for your life, and all this that's happening around us? So, what if walking away isn't about removing yourself from the bad stuff and keeping yourself safe from it? But what if the real power of walking away is that you give yourself distance to reflect and to pay attention to what is happening internally, even when you move externally away from the thing that agitates you? Now, I've tried this method many times. I've tried it with people, I've tried it with circumstances and events. And recently, I've had a couple of times just this week, within the last 72 hours, of having the opportunity to just walk away. Maybe it was walking away physically, it was definitely walking away energetically, and just allowing myself to say, no, I'm going to tell myself a different story this time. This time, the story is going to work out. This time, no matter what the physical circumstances are, it's going to work out in the end. So instead of going through all the internal drama of who did what and how it could have been different and what could have happened and how I could have been more and how things could have been different and then I'd have what I want and how everything's going to fall apart in the future because this one thing didn't work out, what if instead I shift my energy, take responsibility for it, and start to create different stories in my mind? And what if through creating those different stories, those different possibilities in my mind, what if changing my energy has the ability to influence the circumstances of my future unfolding? I don't know. It's going to unfold however it's going to unfold. But how I spend my time in my mind between now and its inevitable unfolding, that defines what experience we have, not the thing that actually happens. So walk away. Walk away, give it space, and shift the story that's in your mind about what's unfolding and what it means and what's going to happen next as a result. When you approach it with fresh energy, miracles can happen. I've witnessed them. I witnessed them twice this week, 3 times this week. Miracle after miracle after miracle. Not because I could control the circumstances, but maybe because I could control the storyline and internal dialogue that happens in my mind when the circumstances happen to go in a direction that is not a liking to my ego or not ideal or my preference. So that clear cut line is there between what you can control and what you can't control. I'm inviting you to consider exploring this angle of walking away. Just walk away and get back into a clear internal perspective, not making up a story that validates how they're wrong and you're right, not making up a story that validates how you're going to be limited one way or another if one scenario happens or another, but reach for the most expanded possible, uplifting whole story that you could possibly come up with and see what happens on the other side. I want to know, do you do this? Do you have another strategy that works for you? Have you ever tried this? Have you witnessed the miracles that can unfold on the other side? I want to know. So make sure you drop some comments below and share your thoughts with me. I am going to do a single card draw for my Mermaids of Oracle of the Mermaids deck here. I've already given it a shuffle. I've already placed the intention to bring forth the message that is going to be most beneficial for you that are watching this. So I'm going to pull this card now. And then afterwards, join me over in the Conscious Success community here on Facebook, where I'm going to do a 3-card spread. I've already got them pulled and get ready to post it over there. And if you want to explore this more, if you're a supporter of what it is that I've got going on or what I have going on Etsy, if you don't know about that, check out Holistic Restoration on Etsy. It's a hot new little shop in town. Go check that out. If you're a fan and want to support this message getting out there or more of those great thoughtful gifts being created in the world, Or if you're curious about diving in more and want to have more support in that arena, or if you're fully committed into putting all of this at the forefront of your mind and really transforming your life right now, and learning how to heal through these chaotic shifting times that we have going on, then join me over on Patreon, patreon.com/CK Rollins. I'll drop a link to that below too. I'll drop a link to the Facebook group. Go over there. Find out what the mermaids have on their hearts to share with you. And here's what's coming through right now. Okay, beautiful, beautiful card. That's very, very timely. Oh, I'm excited to share this one. I hope it's bright enough in my room for you to see it. So this is card number 23 for any of you number buffs out there. And this is the Dreams card. Dreams card. You see this mermaid there. She's got some jellyfish swimming around her. She's kind of nestled into herself. Her eyes are closed in this dreamlike state. And the message on the card is vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. So how I think that this ties into what we were just talking about and what's going on an energetic level is the fact that right now a lot of us have a lot of our intuitive and psychic abilities waking up within us. We're having a need to move beyond our colloquial linguistic speaking and back into telepathy and sending things energetically and being aware of what we're receiving energetically. And one of the ways that we process things energetically and we get messages sent to us to be able to fully digest our day-to-day happening and the emotions that take place is through our dream state. And a lot of us are starting to have more powerful dreams, more significant dreams, remembering more of our dreams. And if that's happening for you, reach out because I want to know about it. And if I can support you with a better understanding what this all means, definitely reach out. If you want to do any dream interpretation, anything like that, it's definitely within my wheelhouse. But this is happening more and more frequently. So start to pay attention to the dreams that you're having and not just the dreams that you're having at night, because a lot of messages are going to come through that as well. But even in this same scenario that we were just speaking about, when you take the space, when you walk away and you give time to process, to let the energy shift, to pay attention to your internal narrative, what are you dreaming about in that moment? Are you dreaming things of nightmares, of things not working out, of the universe not having your back, of everything falling apart, of everything going wrong? Or are you having dreams of what is possible and what is desirable to your heart, and how all of this could be the inevitable, leading you to the inevitable unfolding of your destiny? Pay attention to those dreams. Vivid dreaming, dream messages, dream teaching. Pay attention to the imagery of what passes through your mind in your waking life and in your sleep life. And if you need help decoding any of that, reach out to me. I can help you with that for sure. And hop over again to the Conscious Success community, where I'm getting ready to post that 3-card spread there too, and see if there's any more messages in store for you from the mermaids. And if you've been having some dreams or want to share some of that, drop that in the comments below. If you found this helpful, share this video with other people. And again, thanks so much for all of my patrons out there. I love you so much. I'm just over 30% towards my first goal on Patreon. So if you're somebody who likes to help people reach goals, go check that out. Just know that every tier level makes a powerful difference in my life, and it will make a powerful difference in your life as well. All right, thanks for watching, sharing, liking, commenting, subscribing if you're watching this on YouTube, and let me know. Let me know how this reading was for you, and let me know how does it feel, whatever you walk away, and what are your best techniques for that. All right, love you so much. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Was that good?